Oh, sweetie.
Sweetie? Where's his voice coming from? I mean, it's like, whoa! Oh, scary voice coming out of Sweetie. Boy, that was a loud one.
You know what, sweetie?
What, sweetie?
I'm in a really romantic mood. Yeah. You know, I'm just reflecting on when we first met.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we were across the room from each other.
And it was at night, wasn't it,
It was at night.
Yeah.
You saw me, I saw you. There was 1,000 billion people there, but we were able to pick each other out.
1,000 billion, sweetie?
Sweetie, is that new information? I mean, my God, you've got a critical spirit.
Well, sweetie, I would imagine you would have to be in a judgmental state in order to say something like that, sweetie, you know.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it, sweetie?
Well, I'm going to paint my nails is what I'm going to do with it.
Oh.
First, I'm going to paint them.
Looks like you're painting your skin there.
Oh, you judging?
Sweetie, I've completely forgiven that entire exchange we just had. In the sea of forgetfulness, sweetie.
You know, I rather like having the tips of my fingers painted red.
Oh, yeah?
And my nails, too.
Ah! Oh, look at that! Sweetie. Oh, wait, look, sweetie. I didn't even see this in there. Oh, from the desk of Gus and Emma Schlisky, sweetie. Look at this. Whoa, ooh, I'm getting a contact high from your nails there. It says, you know, Emma and me are real, you know. You know, I've been saying you know myself ever since these Schliskys have had their regular series here. Emma and me are, you know, real excited about our helpful hints and suggestions videos. We're real, you know, grateful to be of help. Why do they always say that, sweetie? This week, Emma has some helpful hints about candy.
Well, you know, I'm fixing here to wash the candy. You know, my sweet husband brought home a Whitman sampler. And even though I have respect for the candy industry, you know...
Emma, I'm having some more trouble with the focus. Here, wait a minute here. Okay, no. I don't know which button here to push.
Well, I don't know who's having more trouble. Me getting this box open and you trying to keep things in focus. First you get the cellophane off. Sometimes it gets stuck on your fingers, you know. As soon as I get it off my fingers, I can start cleaning the candy. Any day it'll come off. Sometimes you gotta use patience, you know. It's a virtue. All right, it looks nice against that print there. Now always make sure you're wearing your living gloves, you know. Sanitize your hands and for protection, you know. Open up the box of the Whitman sampler, and then you see the 4 kinds of candies.
I'm having some trouble seeing the candy here. Where do we go?
Well, today we're gonna go and clean the chocolate nut chew.
Now, is that the one with the nugget?
That's the one with the nugget. Now, there's the messenger boy, which is this one right here, and the orange coconut, and the caramel cordial, and this one is the nugget nut chew. Now, this candy may look innocent and all, like I said before, I've got respect for the candy industry. But you never know if the factory workers, you know, after visiting the laboratory, didn't put, you know, gloves on or wash their hands, you know, everyone's human. You want to clean the candy. Oops, it's a little slippery there with the outer coating and all. Now,
I was having some trouble with the camera.
Sometimes, too, in the factory, some vermin may have set in there and had some contact with the candy. So you want to make sure that your candy is always clean.
Do you suspect vermin contact with this candy, Emma?
I certainly do, Gus.
You suspect that
Well-
there was vermin?
Even if I didn't suspect, I always want to be on the safe side before I put something inside my system. Now what you want to do is take a Q-tip or a toothpick and take some Bonami. You can wet it with your tongue a little bit. Now there's some saliva on my finger right there. So I'm going to put the Q-tip in the saliva and go round and round and round and round and round on top of the Bonami.
I'm having more trouble with the focus than I've ever had in my life, you know.
It's okay, Goose. Now you take your candy here. You might want to lubricate it a little bit. Excuse me while I get some alcohol over here. Put the Q-tip in the alcohol. Alcohol, you know, 70% by volume. That will sanitize anything, even medical instruments. We pierced my sister's ear with the alcohol. Okay,
You mean alcohol can pierce an ear?
Well, no, it cleans the area before you puncture it with a needle.
Well, I didn't think that the alcohol itself could actually penetrate a lobe.
Well, it's a good thing to ask questions, Gus, because then you stay out of trouble. We put a potato behind her ear and stuck the needle right through her ear lobe into a potato. But first we sanitized the potato with the alcohol, too. So you take the alcohol and you rub on the outer shell. And you rub round and 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 round. Okay, and you put a little bit more Bonami and rub round and round. Now, you can't judge a book by its cover like you can't judge candy by its coating.
But you can judge this candy by its cover, can't you, Emma? It's got the messenger boy there, you know.
Well,
it's
the
got
messenger
orange
boy
coconut
there, you know that doesn't have a nugget, but this has a nugget.
Oh, this one has a nugget.
You want to penetrate that nugget
Or
because
the messenger boy doesn't have a nugget.
no, he doesn't have a nugget. Now, vermin can get in like in that little hole right there. Can you get a close up on that hole?
I see if I can get any closer, Emma.
There's a hole right there that a vermin could have got through. Also, that looks like a vermin dropping right there, some debris. So you want to penetrate inside to the nugget. Now, there's the nugget right there.
That's a nugget?
Now, here, Gus, I'm putting some mop and glow in the center of the candy. Now I'm scrubbing out the inside.
Just sort of maybe give you a chance to look at them up and go for
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know, just, what do I capture to?
And go round and round and round.
I don't have no picture at all. I just am completely, I have no focus.
Okay, but let me just say something, Gus. Sometimes, you know, the vermin may leave a residue. So you want to make sure that you use a pet odor eliminator to eliminate any odors that the pet or the vermin may have put in the nugget. Here we go. You squirt a little bit of...
I never had so much trouble with focus before in my whole life. Okay.
All right, now, this is what you do. After you put the mop and glow, and you put a little bit of Bonami inside with the alcohol, put the pet eliminator odor inside, and mush the candy right back up to its original shape and all. Like that. Stick it back in the box. All nice and tacked and all.
I'm still having some trouble here, which is, okay, Emma, you put it
Okay.
back in the box
Put
there.
it
Let me
back
see
in
the
the
one
box.
that you, that's
Well,
the
see,
finished product
you
there.
you can hardly tell it from the rest of them, you know, because we carefully did it. Okay?
So now you know for sure that this one is vermin free.
This one's vermin free. This one is also, you know, factory worker hand free, you know, because everyone's human and all. Then you close the box up like this. There you go. Take the cellophane from over here, stick it on the outside, and there you go. No one could ever tell the difference. I hope this hint has helped all of you to enjoy your candy in a new and sanitized manner. Thank you from Emma Shrisky's Hints for the House, Homemaker, Trailer Park, or wherever you live, it's a home. I've got hints for you. Bye now. Bye.
Oh. Sweetie,
Yes, sweetie.
that was so helpful. You know, I bet that would come in handy around Halloween, around Easter, around Christmas, you know, any time of year. You know,
Oh, sure.
anybody would want to, you know. There I'm going, you know. After watching her, I start saying, you know, too much. But, sure, I'd like to keep my candy sanitized.
I certainly would. You know, sweetie,
Oh, yeah.
can I tell you something?
What's that, sweetie?
Well, I have an apology to make to you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. What's that?
Well, I don't know. Well,
What?
yeah, well, I've been kind of, well, I haven't been as submissive to your love as I should be. I've been
yeah,
kind
well.
of a rude, kind of, oh, I feel like an antelope that's just stomped all over you.
Well, I kind of felt like you were kind of like a walking wall of China, where kind of like a living iron curtain. But, you know, sweetie, I have not exactly been myself lately, so I apologize, and I'm very sorry for any grief I may have caused you, sweetie.
Oh, please forgive me for grieving you with my error.
Oh, please forgive me for airing you with my grievance.
Oh, please forgive me for grieving you with my position.
Well, please forgive me for not accepting your position.
Oh, please forgive me for positioning your acceptance.
I'd like to ask for some more forgiveness, but I don't think I've done anything else wrong, sweetie.
Oh, that's good, sweetie. I've been trying to put on these Lee press-on nails, and
Oh, over the polish? Over the wet polish, sweetie?
Oh, that's not what you do?
Don't look at me.
You know, I found these nails, believe it or not. They were kind of wedged in the side of your, your lumbar region.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was looking all over the house for them. I said, oh my
I wonder how they got
gosh.
there, sweetie.
Where are my Lee press-on nails?
I would have imagined that you'd find those nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
It's like fingernails on a chalkboard, sweetie, you know.
That's true. But they were lodged in your lumbar region. Funny place.
Yeah, they must have been, were they subcutaneous?
Well,
Had the skin grown over them, or...
Well, I saw a little bit, you know, what's so
It
funny?
might have been left over from a high school date. I don't know.
Sweetie! How dare you bring up another woman in my
Sweetie, you're all
presence?
freshly forgiven. Now you've got to go right back into another tiff.
Oh, sweetie.
Enjoying a beautiful day here with the birds, and sweetie, it was in
I'm
high
sorry,
school.
I'm sorry.
High school. I, you know.
Okay, sweetie, you know I have a problem with jealousy.
Oh yeah. Jealousy? You have a problem with it?
Sometimes.
Well, sweetie, if you know you have a problem with it, why don't you just release it? You know.
Because everybody finds you so attractive, sweetie.
Well, sweetie, I have the same problem with you. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, you know, is after you, sweetie. You know, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, but every male and female and animal and bird and insect is after you.
Including vermin?
Yes.
Really? Oh.
But you know what?
Well.
I'm just so proud to be with a real charismatic dude.
Oh, sure.
You know, I kind of like it. You know, if nobody looked at you, then I'd feel like, what am I doing with you?
Well, you know, sweetie, sometimes when I'm walking down the street with you, we get such looks from people that I can only, you know, attribute it to your beauty. I can't understand why people would gawk at, you know, actually both of us the way they do.
Sweetie, I always thought it was because you're so handsome and so regal and so upright, and your posture's always strong, and oh, sweetie, you just always come well equipped with all the right answers and all the right questions. Oh, sweetie.
Sure.
You are the most wonderful, 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 wonderful man I've ever had the chance to know.
Yeah, I seem to be able to make you get redundant, sweetie.
Well,
I guess it's kind of an interesting, you know, power to have. You know.
Well, sweetie, you are very powerful. You're just so sweet, and you expose all my flaws all the time.
Well, sweetie, how can flaws be taken care of unless they're exposed, you know?
Oh, but I just love having my flaws exposed and all my character defects. You know, remember when I was dealing with my anger? I got over that.
Yeah.
And then I was, you know, a kleptomaniac. I got over that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to cut people off the road all the time and off freeways and with my shopping carts in markets.
Yeah, you got over that.
Got over that.
Of course, having your driver's license taken away from you did help.
Yeah, that's true, sweetie.
But, yeah.
But now, you know what?
What about when you used to slap cashiers and bank tellers?
Well,
You've gotten over that
I
pretty
got over
much.
that pretty much,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Now I
sure.
just pinch them.
Well, what about when you used to give gas station attendants karate chops?
Well,
You got over that one?
yeah, I would say pretty
sure.
much.
Yeah.
But sweetie, I really think
Well,
that...
what about when you used to have toilet paper on the bottom of your shoe every time you leave a bathroom? Pretty much gotten over that, sweetie.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
It still seems to stick to me.
Well, what about when you used to dribble your food all over your chest and your lapel and your sleeves? You've pretty much gotten over that, sweetie.
Well, I took a 12-step program for that problem.
Oh, yeah.
What about when I used to stop at stoplights and, well...
Oh, well, you might as well just say it, sweetie.
No.
Pick your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you used to pick your nose at stoplights.
Well, I kind of had that indecisive thing. Should I? Should I not? Should I?
Well,
Should
you
I,
know,
should
you
I
have
not?
a huge fellowship with that. You know, anybody, you stop at a stoplight, look at the car next to you, and sure enough, there they are, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I went to Pickers Anonymous.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure you did,
Yeah,
sweetie.
it's kind of
Well, that
embarrassing. I had to stand up and say, "Hi, I'm Sweetie. I'm a nose picker." And then
helped.
they'd
Hi,
say,
sweetie.
"Hi, Sweetie." Yeah.
sure.
And I had to go through the whole thing about how I am at stop signs, stoplights, you know,
Yeah.
middle of the
Well, not
freeway.
to point out any more flaws, sweetie, but what about when you used to call up people and ask if their refrigerator was running? You know, that's so sophomoric, but, you know.
Yeah, I know.
You've gotten over that, sweetie.
Well, this is what I want to tell you. I think since we've been sitting here, I really believe that my jealousy that I was having has now fallen into the bottomless pit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's dissolved forever from my being.
So another flaw has bitten the dust, huh,
That's
sweetie?
true, sweetie.
Well, sweetie, let's talk about some of your other flaws that you managed to get over.
Okay. Well,
Well, what about the backbiting? I mean, now that we're on the subject, I feel like I'm kind of on a roll. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, be judgmental,
Well,
but
yeah, I
have
was...
you gotten over the backbiting?
Yeah, I stopped backbiting, and I stopped it because people were picking my teeth out of their back.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm picking fingernails out of my lumbar region, and
Yeah,
have they been your nails, sweetie, that were in my back?
Sweetie, we already discussed it. It was some high school
No, I was
prom.
speculating, sweetie. I wasn't sure. You know, maybe they were your nails back when you used to have nails. Thank God the ice cream truck is here. Sweetie, what do you say we try to get the... Hey, we'll try to get the ice cream truck this time before it goes away.
Hey, come over here.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe, where you going with that ice cream in your
Joe
hand?
White. Joe White driving that ice cream truck, sweetie. He's gotten a job doing that. Let's see, I got some money.
Oh,
I'm going to have dairy products today, sweetie. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to have me a real ice cream, sweetie. What do you think of that?
sweetie,
What's that?
you can eat anything your little stomach wants.
Oh, yeah? Sure, sweetie.
Anything
I hope that's not a flaw of mine that you want to point out. Like
Well,
what?
sweetie, you've been pointing out my flaws,
Yeah, sure.
so I'm going to point out one of yours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
I love when you have indigestion.
Oh, sweetie.
I love all the noises your stomach
I'll
makes.
belch your way, sweetie. Better light some matches, too.
Oh, you've been eating beans?
Oh, sweetie. I love you, sweetie.
I love you, sweetie. You really put the electricity back in my life.
Oh, yeah? Well, you really put the static cling back in my pants.
Sweetie, you really put the lint back in my drawers.
Oh, yeah?
Sweetie,
You know, I gotta start listening to what I say once in a while.
Sweetie, I like...
Oh, this is where we're produced at. Oh, shit.
You know what? I like every
Veronica.
breath you take.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Every move I make, too?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetie.
And everything you break.
Oh, yeah?